Hello everybody, it's Alina, and in today's video we are building this really big family house that fits multiple generations, and I built it in the world of Del Sol Valley in The Sims 4, obviously. So I built it on a 30 by 40 lot, so it's a pretty big lot, and this house fits a total of 9 Sims, at least if you have the mods that allow you to have more than 8 Sims in your household at once, because obviously the game only allows you to have up to 8 Sims at once, but if you have the mods that allow you to have more than that, then you can fit up to 9 Sims in this house, because it does have 9 sleeping spots. So yeah, it's pretty big, and it is a 6-bedroom and 4-bathroom house, and I had a really good time building this house, although I was very unsure about what I wanted to do with it and where I wanted to take it. Sometimes when I'm building, I'm just completely sure of what I want to do and where I want to take the build and where I want to place all of the items, I suppose. But this time I was just not really sure about what I wanted to do at all, so I was having a bit of a hard time with it, but I do like the finished product and I am pretty happy with it, so I hope you all like it as well. And as I said, I built it in the world of Del Sol Valley, which is the world that we got with the Get Famous expansion pack a few years ago, and I have not built in this world in forever, at least 10-ish months, probably close to a year, so it's been a very long time, and I don't know, I feel like I haven't really missed it because I just don't think it's the best world. It's not super versatile, and I really don't like all of the lots that we have here, because we didn't really get a lot of lots in this world. I think there are either 11 or 13, so it's really not a lot, and most of them are just really big. This is a 40 by 30, and there aren't really a lot that are smaller than this one, so it's pretty hard to build in this world in my opinion, just because this area, I think it's called Mirage Park or something like that. I think that's the nicest area, or it's not the nicest, but the most realistic area, and a place where I would probably like to build if the lots weren't this big. But we have 2 30 by 40 lots and 1, I think, 40 by 50 lot, so all of them are just really big, and I feel like it would just be super realistic to build small and cheap-ish houses here. It just kind of lends itself to those kinds of houses, but you can't exactly get away with that super easily when the lots are this big. I feel like it's just so much more of a hassle, and you can't build cheap houses and stuff when you have to build them on super big lots, and you want to make them pretty and not super weird and empty looking on the outside, and yeah, stuff like that. So I don't really like this world that much, and I don't really build here very often, but I did build here today, and I built this somewhat modern-ish house, I would say. It might have some sort of mid-century modern aspects, but I don't really know, because I know literally nothing about architecture. I'm an idiot. We know this about me. But yeah, I don't know, I had a lot of fun building it, and I think it's pretty okay, and it's pretty fancy on the inside, and I would definitely imagine that if this was a house in real life, it would definitely cost a lot of money, because it is placed in a world that's based on LA, so a pretty expensive area in real life, and it's really big and kind of luxurious on the inside, so it would definitely be very pricey in real life. And I kind of came up with a bit of a story for the Sims that live in this house, but it's not really a super good and detailed story by any means. But I was thinking that since this is a multi-generational house, you are obviously able to fit more than just the 2 regular generations in a house, if that makes any sense. I don't really know. Obviously normally in houses that I build, at least, I just make room for the parents and then some kids, so that's 2 generations. But in this house you have room for the kids, the parents, and then also some grandparents. That is why it's a multi-generational house. And I was thinking that only one grandparent lives in this house, and he is actually the one who bought the house, and he's the reason why they are able to live in a really expensive and nice house like this one. Because I was kind of thinking that he, back in the day before he retired, he used to be a very successful comic book writer or comic book artist, maybe even both. I don't really know who does what in the process of creating comic books, but you know what, he does do both. I don't know if that's traditional by any means. I feel one team does the writing for these stories, and then another team does the drawings and stuff, but this guy, he just produced everything in the comic book series himself. He drew it all, he wrote it all, and he published everything. He was just the sole creator of these comic books, and he was very successful and super famous amongst other comic book enthusiasts and stuff. So he has gotten a lot of money out of doing that, because he became really famous for from doing it, and he became really rich. So he bought this house for his family probably quite a lot of time ago, and this is just like where they live now. So I was thinking that he, like, you know, he's like the patriarch of the family, and he's the one who, you know, got the money. He's the one who just provided for everyone. I was about to say like provides, but he doesn't really provide anymore because he has retired, because he's old nowadays. But you know, they've got a lot of money stored in the bank and stuff, so it's all good. Don't worry about them, they're financially secure, don't worry about it. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. But yeah, so he has like a son. I was thinking that his son is like the parent that lives in this house, and I was thinking that he is a single father, and he just like lives here by himself with his dad, of course, and then with his many children. So you can fit a total of 5 children into this house, because there are like 4 kids' bedrooms, but one of them is like a shared bedroom. I put 2 toddler beds in that one, so you can have 2 toddlers and 1 child-aged sim, and then 2 teenagers, and the teenagers, they like don't share a room, they have 1 room each. So yeah, that is all of these sims that you can fit in this house, and that is kind of like a little bit of a story of these sims. But yeah, he's just like a single father, and he lives here with his dad, and they kind of like raise these kids together. And I was kind of thinking that he's like a super fun dad, and he just like lets the kids do all of the fun things, and he just like doesn't worry about anything. He's just like the fun type, right? So they have a lot of fun parties for the kids at this house, and they've got a pool in the backyard, so they can throw little pool parties. I guess it's a very small pool, so it's not really like super fancy by any means, but it's a pool, so they can throw some pool parties if they want to. And I think that's a fun little story. It's really not detailed, as I did say. I think it's really nothing special, but it's a fun little story. And I never really built anything for single fathers, and when I do these like generations homes and I'm like thinking that only one grandparent lives there, I'm always thinking of a grandmother instead of a grandfather. So this time it is a little bit different, and I think that's fun. It's good to change things up once in a while. But I don't really know where the kids' mother is. I don't even know if they have the same mom. I really don't know where the father has all of these children from, if he just like picked them up off the street or something. I don't really know. But yeah, their mother is not in the picture. They don't have one, I don't think. Or maybe they do, and she just like isn't living in this house, but maybe they do have a relationship with her. I don't really know, but I did not think of her at all. But yeah, anyway, I don't know who the other parent of these children is, but they are currently just being raised by their dad and their grandpa. And this grandpa, he's like a cool grandpa. He's not a regular grandpa, he's a cool grandpa, you know? Yeah, he's really fun, and I feel like it's kind of random of me to make him a comic book writer, because I feel like I spend approximately like 5 minutes a year thinking about comic books. So like, where in the world would I get the idea of like making a sim of mine a comic book writer? I don't really know. That's kind of like really random, but I saw that one picture from City Living. It's like, I don't really know what it is of, but it's kind of like a weird little character sort of thing. It kind of looks comic booky, and I put that picture in his bedroom, and I thought that was really fun, and I just like instantly got the idea to make the grandparent in this house a comic book writer, because I saw that picture and it just like reminded me of comic books, and I thought that was really fun. And then I like had this little story going in my house, or in my in my head is what I meant to say, not my house. That does not make any sense, sorry. Anyway, but yeah, that's just like the story of these sims, I suppose. Did I forget to say something? I don't really know. But yeah, the kids' bedrooms are really fun in my opinion. I tried to make them all like super unique in a way, and they don't really look anything alike. I tried to make them really like fun and interesting in a way. I don't really know if I succeeded, but I do like them, especially like I think the purple-ish themed teen bedroom. I like that one a lot, and the blue kids bedroom, that one is fun too. And I was like kind of burnt out from like decorating rooms and just like, I don't know, doing the interior when I got to the toddler bedroom and the parents bedroom. But the toddler bedroom actually turned out pretty cute in my mind, although I really wasn't like feeling like doing any more rooms at that point, so I really was like not in the mood. But I did really end up liking the outcome of that one. I think it's very cute, and that does fit 2 toddlers, as I did mention. But yeah, I think that is all I have to say about the build for now. now. I don't really think there's anything else that you need to know about it, at least not at the current moment. So let us move on to talking about other stuff, I suppose. So we are getting a new kit. Either, is it tomorrow? I think it might be tomorrow. I don't really remember exactly when they're coming out, but very, very soon. And that's like, I don't know, sort of exciting, I guess. I'm only going to be purchasing one of them because like there's a cast kit and a build kit, and like I'm a builder. I don't really do cast, so I do not want to buy the cast one. It's like an underwear kit, and I don't really care about underwear, and I don't care about cast, so why would I buy an underwear cast kit? I don't know. I don't plan on doing that. But the other one is a bathroom clutter kit, which I do plan on buying because I do buy all of the like build kits for The Sims because I think it's very fun to get some new content and stuff. I do long for that. So yeah, I will be buying it, but I don't really know. I'm not like super excited about it. I haven't really seen any pictures about it yet, but I don't know. I think it's fun to get some new content, so I will be purchasing it, and I will be probably using it in my next build if it fits into that one. I don't really know. I mean, all of my builds have bathrooms, but I don't really know if I'm going to be using it like that much in that build. I already have made like quite a lot of that build, and I've already furnished 2 out of the 3 bathrooms, but the like biggest one is the one that I've got left to furnish, so I could use the bathroom clutter that we're going to be getting in that kit in that bathroom. I don't really know. Anyway, you don't care. But I am going to be buying it, so I think that's like somewhat exciting, I suppose. I don't really care too much, but it's going to be fun, I suppose. But yeah, let me know how you are feeling about them, or if you are like going to be buying the Symptomates kit, the underwear one. I don't know, I feel like that's such a random thing for them to release. Like, we don't even like have an underwear category, so I never put underwear on my Sims. Like, I never give them just an outfit that is like panties and a bra or whatever. Like, I don't do that at all. That's not really something I care about at all, but I do know, I did like hear somebody else saying that sometimes they make a second like pajama outfit for them, and they make that outfit just like their underwear, and then that's how they do their Sims underwear, I suppose. But I don't really know. I don't do that, so I don't really care at all, and I feel like it's just a pretty random pack. But I did see some of the items that you can get in that kit if you buy it, and I did think it looked pretty cute, but yeah, I'm not buying it, so anyway, whatever. Also, I am kind of like doing this Generations type of build in honor of the expansion pack that we will be getting very soon, because I am like thinking that it's a Generations pack. I feel like everyone in the community is convinced that it's Generations related, so I wanted to build something sort of similar to that, just because I am very excited for the like family stuff that is coming out this quarter for The Sims. So yeah, I really wanted to build something super family-esque, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to hear more about that, and I'm also excited for the infant update. I think I've talked about this in like all of my videos that I've done for the past 2-3 weeks. Not that I've done a lot of videos, but yeah, I have been talking about it quite a lot recently, and I'm just like pretty excited about it. I feel like whenever I go into my game and I want to build something family related, I'm just like, oh, I really want to do a nursery, and I really want to like build something baby-like and whatever, but I don't want to do that now because we don't have the infants, and it's not very fun to decorate a nursery for the babies that we have in game now. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just getting a little bit impatient, but I don't really expect that we're going to be getting them like very soon, but I really don't know anything. I have no idea. I don't really care either, because I know that they're coming, so I don't really know what to think, I guess. Did I just like contradict myself a lot because I said that I was super excited and then I said that I did not care? I think I did, but that's okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys are all doing good, and I hope you're having a good day and life is treating you well at the moment. I personally am doing okay today, but yeah, I don't know, these past few weeks have been really rough. So yeah, I just, I don't know, been in a bit of a rough headspace, so I've just been struggling a little bit, but I think that things are looking up a little bit at least, so that's good. But I think that January is such a like sad and tough month to get through, because everything is just so dark and there's nothing like interesting or exciting for me to look forward to, because at least in December, like that's a dark and kind of sad month weather-wise as well, but at least you've got like Christmas and all of the Christmas lights and all of the anticipation for Christmas and all that good stuff. But like January is so boring, and I feel like February is definitely boring too, but it's not like as bad, especially for me because I've got like a winter break in February. So yeah, it's not like as horrible, but January is just so hard to get through and I hate it, and I've just been in a bad headspace for the past few weeks. So yeah, I've been struggling a little bit, but I hope that that's, I was about to say, I hope that's okay. That's kind of a weird thing to say. Anyway, it is okay, is what I'm trying to say, I suppose. But I really have not been doing anything interesting at all these past many weeks, which is also why I feel like my mental health has just been, you know, down in the dumps, because I just like have not been doing anything different than what I normally do. Like I've just been sitting here and doing nothing, and then I've been doing nothing and a little bit more of nothing, and I mean, like I have been productive and doing like my work and my school stuff and whatever, but it's just like not exciting stuff. So yeah, I haven't really had a fun time lately, but it's fine. It's okay. I don't really have anything exciting to tell you about because I haven't done anything exciting, but I did cut my hair a little bit. I feel like it looks kind of different, although it really doesn't, but that's just because I look at myself very often. But I feel like if somebody who saw me like once a month or something were to see me, they definitely would not be able to see that I cut my hair, because I just like kind of trimmed it a little bit, maybe a little bit more than a trim. That's how much I cut off. But I tend to cut my own hair because I hate the hairdresser. I feel like I've always hated going to the hairdresser just because you are like expected to engage in small talk. Even like I feel like hairdressers can kind of sense when you are more of an anxious person and you don't really want to do small talk. You are still expected to like say a few words, and they like ask you about what you do every day and like how old you are and what your goals are and dreams are and whatever. And I just like, I don't have the energy to answer those questions. Like that's a sensitive topic, okay? I'm stressed. So I really don't like to go to the hairdresser, and I feel like I never really have, but especially recently I've really like not been wanting to go, and I have not been to the hairdresser for like 2 years, and I've just been cutting my own hair since then. But like that's not a really big deal because like my hair is kind of like shaggy in a way, like it's wavy naturally, and I just like can get away with not having a perfectly straight cut. And I feel like I'm not horrible at cutting my own hair, so it's not like it looks awful or anything. But yeah, I don't know, I don't want to go to the hairdresser. It makes me anxious. And they just like ask so many questions, and I don't want to answer the questions, so I would like to avoid doing that. That's the story for you, I guess. But I am gonna cut a little bit more off my hair because I really want to make it a little bit shorter. Like I did cut maybe 5 centimeters off, so it is a little bit much, I suppose, but I want to cut at least like 5 centimeters more off of my hair, so it's like right below shoulder length or something. So I feel like that would be fun. I just need something a little bit different these days. I don't really know what's going on. I feel like my voice sounds pretty rough today, and I was like kind of confused as to why that is, because it's literally 5 p.m. Like normally my voice is not like super sore at this point because I normally have spoken to people, or at least sometimes I have, but yeah, I have not spoken to a single soul today. So yeah, that is probably why my voice is a little bit rough. I have not like used it at all. Even though it's 5 p.m. That's sad. I've been alone all day, so yeah. Sucks for me, I guess. Anyway, no, it's fine. I like to be alone. I'm a loner. It's okay. I'm a huge introvert, and I get so exhausted being around people. So I really do like cherish these days where I'm just all by myself and just have the house to myself, and there aren't any like noises and people that are just like talking and interrupting me in like everything that I do. So I really like to be alone. It's a good thing for me. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I like other people too, but I prefer to be alone, I guess. Although wait, no, that's not actually completely true. I did speak to one person today. Oh, and this is like kind of a weird thing that happened, so I do want to tell this story. And it's, you know what, it's also like kind of a win for me because it shows that I've kind of like improved in terms of some problems that I used to have like a lot of, or that used to be very severe for me, that aren't like as severe anymore. So let me just tell you the story about something kind of scary and kind of weird that happened to me today. So a few hours ago, when I was downstairs in the kitchen just making my lunch and whatever, I saw like 2 Teslas outside of my window, and both of them were the exact same color, and it wasn't like black or gray or just like some super normal color. Like it was a blue, and the exact same shade of blue. And I was like, that's so weird. Like, has Elon Musk finally taken over the world, and he has like sent out all of his blue Teslas and tried to, you know, steal me and whatever? I don't know, but I was kind of scared at that point because that sounds terrifying. Like Elon Musk taking over the world, please, no, thank you. But luckily for me and, you know, all of us, that is not actually what was happening. And then I saw these like 2 old men that were carrying a couch, and it was like one of those expensive designer couches that look very uncomfortable, like one of those just like tree couches with very thin cushions on top of like the tree thing, I guess. Yeah, so one of the men was carrying the frame of it, like the skeleton, you know, the tree part, and then the other one was carrying all of the cushions to the couch. And I knew one of the men, like I had seen him before because he's my neighbor's boyfriend, so I've like seen him around and stuff like that. I don't know him like well by any means, but yeah, I've seen him around. He wasn't like a complete stranger, but the other one, he was like not someone I had ever seen before. And then the like complete stranger, he came up to my house, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, like why are you bringing couch cushions into my house? That's so odd. And then he like went to my front door and he like grabbed the door handle and like, you know, tried to open the door, and then I could hear that on the outside he was like saying, the door is locked, why is the door locked, that's so weird, you know, stuff like that. And then I got really scared because like, why was he trying to get into my house with the couch? That's so weird. So I went over to the door, which is honestly like where I'm kind of proud of myself because I would have never done this before because I was really scared. And I was like, what are you doing, you know, like I opened the door and then asked him, or I guess like I think I just kind of like stood there for a few seconds because I was like trying to see what he was gonna do, I guess, because I was really confused about this entire situation. It was just kind of weird. And then like we both just sort of like stood there for a few seconds, and then I asked him like, what are you doing? And then he said, oh yeah, I'm just like here with the couch. And then I said, what? Or something like that. I don't exactly remember what I said and what he said, but it doesn't matter. But then he said, is this not like the number next to my house, you know? And then I said, no, this is my house. And then he was like, oh no, I'm sorry. And then he just kind of like left. But it was such a weird situation because he wasn't questioning at all that just like a strange 19-year-old girl was standing in the house that he was trying to like walk into. Like, why didn't he question that at all? Like, I don't know, like no one my age lives in the house next door, so I don't really understand why he thought that it was just like normal that I would be standing there. And also like they were walking around with this couch because they were gonna put it in my neighbor's house, so yeah, that's just like why, I guess. I don't know if that was obvious, but yeah, that's what they were doing. But it was just so weird because he just did not question why I was standing there in my house and why like it wasn't the lady who lives there, and it was just so odd. And also I don't really understand why the other man, like my neighbor's boyfriend, didn't say anything because he was standing like right outside the house. Like he was looking at him and he was looking at me, and he didn't say anything when he tried to like open the door and go into my house. Like, that's so weird. Why didn't he say anything? I don't understand. But it was just a very uncomfortable situation, and like it's normal, I guess. Like it was an accident. There's obviously nothing wrong with him just like accidentally going into the wrong house. Like our houses look basically identical, so you know, anyone could have made that mistake. But it was just like so scary to me because back in the day I used to have really bad anxiety. I still have anxiety and struggle with that a lot, but it used to be a lot more severe. And I know that if this had happened like 2 or more years ago, I would have like sent myself into a complete panic attack when I even like just saw these 2 men walking around outside. Like just seeing people outside of my house, like maybe potentially approaching my house, would have sent me into a full panic attack. But then he was trying to open my door and trying to like go into my house and whatever. He was like yelling outside as well, and that would have just sent me into a complete panic attack for multiple hours. So yeah, I'm happy that I don't really struggle with that sort of stuff anymore to the same degree that I used to. So that's just a little win and a very weird and kind of pointless story that I just wanted to tell you. And I told my dad about it a few hours ago, and he thought it was kind of like weird as well, and he was just kind of laughing about it, I guess. I don't know, but I thought it was really creepy and just odd. But yeah, obviously like it's not the worst thing in the world, and I understand why he could have like gotten our houses confused, but it was still creepy and I did not like it. Anyway though, it's no big deal. But we are just finishing up the bedrooms right now, and then we're gonna be moving on to the backyard. And I didn't really know what to do with it, so I don't really think it's the best backyard in the world, and it's not super interesting, but I just wanted to put some fun activities. So I put the pool and just some other fun outdoor activities, I suppose. But yeah, it's really not my favorite thing in the world, but it's okay, I suppose. And I just realized that the kids are actually going to be coming out today because they are coming out on the 19th, which is today, right now. So that's fun, I suppose. Yeah, I'm obviously just going to be buying one of them, as I did talk about. But this video is about to come to an end, so I would just like to say thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already and you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it, but you know, you don't have to. But besides all of that, I hope you're having an amazing day, and then I cannot wait to see you all in my next video that I will be posting in just a few days. So bye everybody!